Hello YouTube viewers. So we are on the CozyBay cruise ship. I think we are 18 passengers. And we left Halong Bay about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And we're on our way to a cave, which I might have seen before. Sorry about I'm trying to get my camera adjusted here. I've been on this cruise in 2020, but it was rainy. It rained all day, and we had little spots of no rain, but it was miserable. And so, although it's hazy, this is quite good weather for Halong Bay. So hopefully the forecast will hold out, and we can enjoy, the best of what we can get here. So this is pretty well what we're going to be seeing for the duration. All of these little outcrops, and I think the legend has it that there is an idea that there was a dragon, a very large dragon that was submerged in the water, and the spines along the back is what you see here in the bay. So I kind of like that story, and I think it's a true one. So we are headed to, I think, a higher outcrop where I think near the top there's a cave system. So we have to actually climb up a series of steps and go to some cave, and I'm told they're swimming later on. I'm just hoping the water's not too cold, because I don't like cold water for swimming. So one can only hope. So we're headed in this direction, and we're going at a leisurely clip, which is quite nice. I think when I was on the day boat, it was like a lot hurried. Everything was rushed because you had to get everything done in a day, and they had to get you back by 4:30, something to that effect. So this particular cruise feels very different, more relaxed, more like a cruise. We'll get there eventually, kind of thing. So I'm hoping to live stream for you guys. There we go. So even if it's cold, I think I might, because there are towels provided. So I might jump in just to be, a team player. Plus I have my JVC camera. Hopefully it's charged. I haven't checked to see if it was charged or not. But if it is, then I will take it in the water with me. I don't know if there'll be any visibility, but at least anything above the water I'll be able to film, and I won't have to worry about getting the camera wet because it's amphibious. I can go as deep as 12 meters with it. And what would be a bonus is if they offered like snorkeling mask and flippers. That would be really nice. But looking at the water, I don't think there's a lot of visibility in this particular water. So I don't have my watch on, but I guess it's 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So I guess those will be for the replay viewers. Let's get the camera on me. Yeah, there we are. Look at me on a cruise, a 2-night cruise in Halong Bay. So I'm definitely pleased to be here. I was not rushed at all. I was warned that I would have a pickup for the bus from Tamcock to Halong Bay at 7. They would pick me up, and they kept their word. They were there at 7, and I didn't keep them waiting. Everything was ready. Not only that, I was able to squeeze in some droning on the property that I was in at Tamcock for the owner, just so that she could get, you know, aerial views of her hotel. And so I was able to do that and send off the video to her over WhatsApp, which was excellent. It worked really well. So basically, it was like a 4-hour bus ride, and I was able to have fun along the ride with the Heckle app, which is another live streaming platform. And some of my friends went along the ride with me, and we talked about food, the stuff, some politics, gardening, things like that. So it was unhurried, unrushed. And then I was told that there would be a tour guide to greet me when the bus dropped me off, which is what happened. So everything was pretty well organized, and I didn't have to know anything other than just, you know, be ready for 7 a.m. and then you will be handed off to somebody and they will take you to the boat, and you're going to have a 2-night cruise. So here we are. We're on our boat. I like my cabin. I think this is officially my first cruise, in that I did an Atlantic crossing when I was 2, but I have no memory of that. So as an adult, this is officially my first cruise, and I like the fact that I purposely chose a smaller boat, not like a big boat where you're just like a number that gets processed, but it's also a luck of the draw. Like, you know, if you have 18 other passengers, you can have people that are really annoying or unpleasant, but it looks like everyone's pretty well giving everybody a fair chance, as it were. So far, I think it's pretty good, and it's mixed. There's some Vietnamese, and then there's some European, and I'm not sure where else, you know, yeah, mostly European. So it's really great. I'm the only Canadian on board, I think. So hopefully I will represent Canada, you know. So yeah, I can see the sun is coming out. Look, you can get a tan. Oh my God, the sun's coming out, yeah. And of course I'm mic'd up. So you guys should have no problem, even if there's a breeze. It's doing pretty good with, you know, the breeze as such. So it looks like we are, you know, there are sister boats of similar size, and we're moving in formation. And I kind of like that, because it kind of adds to the scenery. You can get a sense of scale, distance, and also, you know, that there's something happening. And way in the distance over there, I'll show you, there it looks like there's a commercial trawler. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. It looks quite large. There it is. So that looks like a commercial trawler boat or a transport boat. So obviously the bay is used for all kinds of things, but look at how pretty it is. I mean, it's just amazing. So, and even more so when the sun comes out. Oh, I have no idea where we're going to moor for the evening, but they certainly have a certain amount of activities planned for us. So, you know, I'm just going to go where they tell us to go and when they tell us to go. And that's it. So, I tell you what, we don't need to make this a long broadcast. I just wanted you to let you, those of you who have been following, to know that I have arrived, and I will be going up and broadcasting whenever I can, and hopefully that'll be it'll be a marvelous. If it's 2 nights, then I gather it's got to be 3 days, correct? 2 nights, 3 days, or partially 3 days. One would expect. So, and then I need to plan how I'm going to go to Cat Ba Island to spend a couple of nights. So at the end of this cruise, I believe at the very end of these little formations is the place called Cat Ba Island. And initially I was going to go to Cat Ba first and then do this cruise. And I was talked out of it because it didn't make sense, because I had to go through Halong Bay anyways. And then, so it was more complicated to do Cat Ba first. So I wasn't set on it. I just thought that was the way to go. And I thought wrong. So I was corrected. So looking forward to finishing when I finish Cat Ba. And actually, you know what? I was thinking of flying my drone, but I don't think it might be possible. I have to maybe move the chairs, the deck chairs. If you look over there, see those deck chairs? If there's nobody sitting in them, I might be able to move them aside to quickly launch my drone and then land it in the middle of that. But of course I'll have to ask permission. But wouldn't it be nice? For one, we'd have to have like ideal conditions, no wind. So luckily I have the UAV forecast app, which I can consult. Maybe in the evening the wind dies down and I can do a night flight, when nobody's using this deck. And it's quiet in terms of the air quality and whatnot. So that remains to be seen. First I need to get permission, and hopefully we can do all of that. So looking forward to spending the next 2 nights, 3 days here on Halong Bay, and we'll certainly keep you apprised of what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and visit some heckle just to see if anybody's awake and they want to come in and chat. So stay tuned, and we'll be back later on. Thank you. Bye for now.